If you're watching this, chances are that you're thinking about leaving your corporate job. Maybe not right now, but eventually. Maybe the idea keeps popping into your head between meetings, or maybe it's been on your heart for years. But the fear of quitting your job and starting something new without any guarantees is keeping you stuck. So today, I'm breaking down the 3 biggest fears of leaving corporate, and more importantly, how to actually overcome them so you can really progress with your idea. I have also created a free reflection checklist to help you get clear as you watch. The link is below in the description. Feel free to download it and fill it out as we go. Let's dive into it. The first fear is fear of losing financial security. What if I can't replace my salary? What if I run out of money? You're used to steady paycheck, benefits, and predictable income. You may have a mortgage, kids, or other financial responsibilities. The leap into self-employment feels uncertain and risky. This is a huge one. It was definitely a huge one for me as I walked away from a 15-year-long successful career in corporate finance with a 200K plus job with almost 1 million in mortgage and 2 kids to raise. Look, I wouldn't go into details right now as this channel is about you, not me, but if you want to hear my story and what the transition looked like for me, there is a video you can watch at the link below in the description. Feel free to download it. But what I want to tell you is that I hear you. And frankly speaking, that fear is paralyzing. It was definitely paralyzing for me. So here are the steps that help me reduce that fear. How to overcome it. Build a financial runway. Save 3 to 6 months of living expenses before leaving. Don't quit immediately. This is a huge one. Do your numbers first. Calculate how much you spend monthly and how much you need to save. I would suggest having at least 6 months worth of living expenses. Speak to your partner if you are in the relationship. It needs to be a shared decision because this change you're about to make in your life and in your career will impact not just you, but the entire household. Think about what you are ready to sacrifice or postpone. For example, for our family, it was travel. We are big travelers, but we had to postpone our holidays for 16 months. And it was really tough. The next one to give you that confidence is test the waters. Start your side hustle before you quit. Get your first paying client while still employed. This is what I did. I signed my first client through LinkedIn and had my first paid workshop before I left corporate. It will give you a few things. It will give you confidence that you can earn money from your hustle. It will also validate the idea of your initial offer. Number 3, redefine security. True security lies in your skills, adaptability, and ability to solve problems, not in a paycheck that you receive monthly. Job security feels safe until it's not. We know so many stories nowadays about people getting redundancies again and again. And it happened to me, it happened to my husband, and it happens more and more nowadays. So either you were made redundant or you had a toxic boss and you absolutely had to leave to save your mental sanity. But job security is actually never 100% safe. It's a myth. The other day, I spoke to one of the senior people I worked with. She spent 20 years in that company, was on 350 plus K salary and working for the government, by far one of the most secure jobs you can find here in Sydney. And yet one day, the management just changed and they removed her in 15 minutes. The point I want to make is even though it feels secure in this particular moment because you are still in the job, it's not, because you are not fully in control of your destiny. Sit with that for a minute and see how you feel. If you are really serious about making your idea work, please take the checklist below and start filling it in. If it's not written, it's not done. The second big fear is fear of losing identity and status. Who am I without my job title, company name, and corporate achievements? You are admired by your colleagues. You go through regular performance reviews that result in career growth. You have a rough estimate of where you're going. Leaving that can feel like you're walking away from years of career building. There is often an ego tied to being important in a traditional setting. So how do you overcome that? Redefine success and own your story. You're not starting from zero. You are starting from deep experience and credibility. Now shift from status to impact and fulfillment. What is more important, the title or the impact and freedom you're gaining? Deciding what you do daily, who you work with, where you work from, when you work, and what you do. Do not let ego overshadow you. Fear number 3, fear of failing, especially publicly. What if I try and it doesn't work out? What will people think? Fear of judgment from peers, ex-colleagues, or family. You tell someone you left your 6-figure corporate job to start your own business, and they look at you like you've lost your mind. Wait, but you were doing so well. Are you sure that's the right decision? You've updated your job title to founder or coach on LinkedIn, and now every time you post, you imagine your ex-colleagues silently watching and thinking, let's see how long this phase lasts. Or worse, they don't like or engage at all, and you wonder if they're judging behind the scenes. High achievers hate the idea of looking like they got it wrong. If you've always been the high achiever, the idea of getting it wrong publicly can feel unbearable. You've spent years being the one people look up to, the one who has it all together. So stepping into the unknown isn't just a business risk. It feels like a threat to your identity. I get it. I've been there. But here is the truth. The only real failure is never trying. Imposter syndrome kicks in hard when you leave your comfort zone. You land your first paying client, and instead of celebrating, your brain goes, what if I can't actually deliver? What if they realize I'm not as good as I said I was? What if just it only going to happen for once, and then I will not have any more clients? So how can you overcome that? Write down the worst case scenario, especially if you're a risk-averse person like I am. Reframe failure as data. There are no failures. There are only iterations. You tried something, it didn't work. It's okay. You pivot. You try new strategies. You try new methods. Take small risks first. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for momentum. You don't need a website or logo to charge for your first client. You just need one person to say yes. Focus on your why. If your reason is strong enough, fear becomes manageable. And here is another bonus tip. Every successful entrepreneur has had these fears. They just didn't let those fears rule their lives. Many people think that they should wait for the perfect moment to start. But you know what? There is no such thing. And if there is one thing that I've learned in life, is that start before you're 100% ready. As the Chinese proverb says, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Really keen to hear which of these fears is holding you back the most. For me, it was the fear of losing the stable income. And what about you? Let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to read them all and reply to you guys. See you soon. With care, Anna.